Okay, that was I'm Using My Bible for a Roadmap, and that's one of Don Reno's most famous tunes that he wrote over the years. And we'll get right into it. And it starts off by what I'm doing here is I'm going to be hitting the first string open and then the third string open. So it starts like this, and it's followed by pinches. So I'm going to be pinching the first and third string. Okay? And then I slide into the fourth fret when I'm doing those pinches. So start with a forward roll. Alright, and I'll play that slow for you again because that roll in the beginning of it's kind of strange. So alright, now this is a very pretty little lick that Don did when he slid into the second note or second fret on the fourth string. He slid from the fourth fret to the second, like this. So like that. And I thought that added a little something extra to the tune. And after that, let's see. Okay, we come over to the fourth fret on the fourth string and hit the third string open. You got to get that melody. Alright, now this position here should be pretty common to you if you're a Scruggs picker. All banjo players use this type of D position where they're only fretting the second fret on the third string and the fourth fret on the fourth string. So okay, and all the rest of them are open. So okay, most of that should be pretty self-explanatory. It's not that hard, so I'll play it again real slow. Okay. Now, the second break is a brush break, which he uses the brush technique all the way through it. And this particular break, Don didn't do on the original recording. He did it later with Red when they did it in A chord. And the original recording was done in A with the capo on, and he used the open strings like we did it the first time there. But later years, of course, he did away with the capo and he did this brush break on his second break. So you can do the same brush break in G instead of A. But you can, like I said, play it in A, you can play it in B, so you can move this brush technique break anywhere on the neck when you're playing out of an F position. So the second break goes like this. Okay, and I'm starting on the fourth and third strings and I'm brushing. And basically I'm just holding down this F position the whole time. Back to the fourth and third. I'm just playing on the third and second during that other part. Okay, now I'm going to brush the fourth and third again. Okay, I'll do that slow for you. And that may sound familiar to you from the workshop. We did the Chuck Berry lick. Like that. So I'll add here that you can always, if you're trying to figure out a Reno tune, you may not be able to figure out all of it at one time. You may hear Don just do a little something that you've already learned. So in this case, if you knew that Chuck Berry lick already, you may say, well, hey, that's part of that Chuck Berry lick. Maybe I can, start from there. So a lot of times you can find bits and pieces of Don's licks in other licks. So it'll give you a head start on learning, all new licks and all new breaks that Don did. So anyway, we'll get back to this. I'll start it all the way from the beginning again and play it slow. And I played it a little different that time actually, but what I'm doing here is I'm brushing on the bottom two strings, and I'm coming over and hitting the 5th fret on the 2nd string. Then I'm coming over here and catching this part of the F 7th chord on the bottom two strings. And I'm coming over here just like the Chuck Berry lick and hammering it on and back to the... So... Okay. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab this part. It's actually a partial F chord in a D position. And really, it's either a part of an F chord or it's part of a D minor. And you'll notice that this really connects to this. Like if I'm going, the song itself is going from G to C. And if I were to play backup, I could be doing the walk downs that we talked about before, like this. Then go to C. So that note that I'm going to be hitting is part of that little on the first two strings. So alright, so hit this note, these two notes, this double stop. You can do a little pull off there. There's many different variations that Don did with different pull offs. You can hammer on forwards or backwards or pull off. It's all a matter of what you want to do there. But as we go into C, basically when we hit this note, we're going right back into that same old that we covered in the workshop. So it's just different variations of it and doing pull-offs with the double stops. Okay, so and that's another walk down to a C, or actually an A minor, but Don does that a lot in a D or C position, which is the same thing basically. A D and a C position are the same. Let's see. Alright, so now we're going to go to D chord, and I'm going to come up here and it's just like before, based out of that same bar position brush lick that we talked about earlier. So, and all I'm doing there is, and I'm pulling off. It's like a double pull off using double stops. So I'm actually only hitting it once with the thumb. I'm sliding up to the D. Okay, so I'm doing quite a bit of pulling off right there. I'm catching that bass up here on the 4th and the 3rd. Like that. So let me play the whole break for you all the way through slow. Okay, that was a little different, but you'll get the idea. Um, like I said, you can vary the pull offs and you can vary the walk downs a little bit. Things like that. Okay, and that little walk up at the end of it was on the original version. These two particular versions, like I said, aren't exact like Don recorded it the first time. They're a little bit of both versions that Don has done over the years. So, and that's basically just 1 2 1 2 with the thumb and pointer finger, like that. And to show you how this break works in another chord, say A or whatever, B or wherever you want to put it, it would be like this. Like that. So mess around with it and try it in different keys, and that's one of the Reno classics.